Today's guest inside the Edward Jones chatting cage patrols the outfield for the LA Angels, but he is a native of New Brunswick, New Jersey, not terribly far from our neck of the woods here in Chelsea of New York City. He is none other than Eric Young Jr. Eric, thank you so much for the time. And Eric, you're in your ninth big league season now. Your dad, of course, played 15 seasons at the major league level. So what are the chances that one day you're going to catch dear old dad in that department?
I don't know. I mean, I still love the game, still love coming out here, putting a uniform on. So we'll see how long it takes me. I'm not really putting any kind of deadline on myself. So if my body holds up, I'm going to go as long as I can. There
you go. Your dad played until age 39, and you're still a young pup in your early 30s. So I think there's a pretty good chance my money's on you for what it's worth. Fans, you know the drill. Fire up that webcam and go one-on-one with Eric Young Jr. But, Eric, right now, we're going to start on social media from our MLB Fans app. And this one, a pretty straightforward question, but a good question from the Orange Bird 10. Just how hard is it to steal a base at the major league level?
It's extremely hard. Pitchers, once they get, wind if you're a base stealer or not, they're going to do everything they can to try to keep you at bay. Catchers, they've been practicing their whole life trying to make that perfect throw to second base or third base, wherever it may be. And more times than not, you got to be pretty precise when you're still on the base because, just the talent going against you is there.
Yeah, and like you said, it's more than just speed. It's reading the pitcher, knowing what count to run on. There's so much more that goes into it than simply having blinding speed, which, of course, does not hurt. Eric, right now, the first of many fans fire up the webcam, ready to go one-on-one with you. So, fan, please state your name, your location, and your question, please, for Eric Young Jr.
Hi, my name's Nathan. I'm from South Dakota, and I'm a huge Angels fan. And, Eric, I was just wondering, what's your favorite part about playing in Anaheim?
Well, Nathan, my favorite part about playing in Anaheim is you get the feel of the big city. You're close enough to L.A., but you're not exactly in L.A. So, it's still a little more chill down here in Anaheim. And, like I said, you got the best of both worlds, and it's close to, where I live now in Arizona.
And a good question there from Nathan. So fans, as Nathan did, get on that webcam to go one-on-one today with Eric Young Jr. Right now, Eric, we go back to the MLB Fans app. This is from Snapback. And back when you made your big league debut in 2009, were you starstruck by anybody either on your team or anybody around the big leagues at that time?
Around the time I made my debut, I guess you could say starstruck, I guess when we played the Phillies. Big Jimmy Rollins fan. I'm actually good friends with Jimmy now, but starstruck. But then real quick, I found out that it is competition, and he's great, at what he does, because of the plays he made. I hit a ball up the middle. Jimmy made a spin move, got me out at first on a bang-bang play. And at first I was mad that he got me on that type of play, but then I realized why he was one of my favorite players for doing plays just like that. I just happened to be the victim that time, and my starstruck, it went away real quick right after that.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't hold a grudge against the guy because, like you said, you grew up idolizing him, and he got you out of that case, but you're friends now, so you smoothed it over pretty quickly.
Yep, exactly.
Eric, right now, we go back to the webcam. Another fan is ready to go one-on-one with you. So, fan, your name, your location, and your question, please.
Hey, I'm Alex. I'm in New York City right now. And, Eric, I was wondering, what's the most significant thing you'd say you've taken away from playing alongside Mike Trout that you maybe wish you had known earlier in your career?
I think Mike comes out there and he plays free. He goes out there, gives everything he has. He naturally has the abilities, but he also puts in the work and the time at his craft. And he not too worried about what people are thinking around him. He just goes out there and beats himself. And I kind of had that at an early age. Definitely now as an older player, I have that. But if I knew that when I was his age, who knows?
Eric, right now we go to the EDJ question of the day, which is as follows. How would you describe your first year with the Angels as going so far? Both the ups and downs. Your team is right in the wild card race. So how would you assess things in your first year in Anaheim so far?
It's been great so far. The Angels organization is great as a whole, all the way from top down to the bottom. They've been great to me, on and off the field, supporting me and everything. And making it real easy for me to go out there and play free and have fun out there. And I'll let everybody else be the judge of, how I've been doing so far. But like I said, it's been a real blessing to be here with this organization.
Right now, Eric, we go back to the webcam. So, fan, you know the drill. Fire away with your question, please.
My name is Vinny from New York. I was wondering, how important is it to build a good relationship with your team?
I think it's huge. I think a lot of times it goes overlooked. That chemistry, team chemistry, is a real big tool for a lot of those winning playoff teams. The first thing they say when the team wins is, "Oh, this is a great group of guys to be around. It was fun to come to work every day," and that all has to do with team chemistry. So I think if the team as a whole get along and have great rapport with one another, it'll show with success on the field.
And, Eric, one of the more popular questions that we get week in and week out. So this one from Florida 76. It is quite simply, who is the toughest pitcher that you've ever faced?
Toughest pitcher I ever faced? It's a good question. I mean, at this level, a lot of pitchers are really good. I would have to say Roy Halladay or Clayton Kershaw. And me being a switch hitter, I'll go ahead and say those two because one's a lefty, one's a righty. Last night we had Kershaw, and, he showed exactly, why he's the pitcher he is. And, we still was able to, scrape a couple hits together on him. But at the end of the game, he put his team in a position to win. And, that's why he is who he is.
Yeah, I feel like many people give Mike Trout the GOAT status, greatest of all time. He could one day reach that. Maybe Clayton Kershaw could reach that status too, as he demonstrated last night for sure. Eric, good question here from Janet Planet. Love the screen name. And she wants to know, can you please go over what was going through your mind last night as you narrowly avoided crashing into Cameron Maybin to make that terrific catch? What was going through your head?
That ball, we like to call it no man's land. It's right there, shallow in the gap, but right between both outfielders. It was a left-handed hitter. It was Bellinger, so sometimes the ball's going to slice a little closer to the left fielder, which was me. We both kind of was verging on at the same time, and I called it last second. And as I'm reaching out for the ball, one, securing I got the catch, and two, kind of seeing where he was to try to get my body out the way, and I extended my legs to make sure that I was going over top of him and not making that collision. And I'm just fortunate both of us came out of that situation unscathed, and we're both still 100% ready to go tonight.
Yeah, those 50-50 balls are so tough. As you said, it's exciting for the fans, but it can be harrowing for the players. So thank goodness that not only the catch was made, but you both avoided serious injury. Exactly. Right now, Eric, we go back to the webcam. So, fan, your name, your location, and your question, please.
Hi, Eric. It's Jared from Redondo Beach, California. I was just wondering, to whom do you attribute your success most to?
I can't say one person. I have to say my entire family and it's the support system, and that's included with the Angels organization. Like I said, with a lot of stuff I've been dealing with off the field, this organization and my family have been real strong and, have my back there and supporting me through everything. And like I said, making it very easy for me to go out there and focus on what I need to do. And, I'm very thankful for everybody involved.
And, Eric, right now as we come down the home stretch, back to the MLB Fans app, and this one from Dimple King, another great screen name. We get a lot of those. Dimple King wants to know, do you think you're a better hitter batting right-handed or left-handed, and from which side do you feel more comfortable?
Well, two different hitters, and it just kind of depends on at the time. Sometimes I'm going good from the right side, sometimes going good from the left side. Sometimes you get a lot of at-bats from one side and, not as many from the other, and you kind of fall off a little bit. But a lot of work goes on behind the scenes to try to make sure both swings are up to par. They're not going to be great all the time, but, just to pick one side, I can't because sometimes I'm going good, from one side or the other. It just depends on, wherever I'm at, how my body's feeling and the time of season, I guess.
Eric, great stuff from you today. I'm sure you're happy, as you alluded to earlier, to not have to face Clayton Kershaw tonight as you kick off a weekend series with the Seattle Mariners in town. Good luck tonight. Good luck the rest of the way in 2017. Thanks so much for the time today.
Oh, anytime. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Eric Young Jr. joining us here. That wraps up another edition of the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. Join us again right here live next time on MLB.com.